Thank you for joining us for English session program on radio television of Burkina Faso. As announced a few days ago, the Qatar leader was in Ouagadougou on December 21st. Tahmin Ben Ahmad Al-Thani was welcomed at the international airport of Ouagadougou by President of Faso, Roch-Marc Christian Kaboré, before they had talks at the presidential palace. During the visit, both countries signed a founding agreement in which Qatar decided to build a cancer treatment center in Ouagadougou. The visit of the Qatar leader in Burkina Faso is in the framework of an African tour that he is making in 6 African countries. After Burkina Faso, the Qatar leader fled to Guinea-Conakry. The head of state was this week in the eastern region of Burkina Faso. Roch-Marc Christian Kaboré launched the building of road Kanchari-Diapaga to Benin border. The building of the road will contribute to develop economy, but also to reinforce integration between people of Burkina Faso and Benin. The cost of investment is about 33 billion of CFA franc. The Burkina Faso Foreign Affairs met media this week in Ouagadougou to announce the suspension of a business relationship between Burkina Faso and North Korea. Alpha Bari says the decision of Burkina Faso is in conformity with the application of the UN Security Council against Pyongyang. The Burkina Faso Foreign Affairs says the commercial transactions made by Burkina Faso businessmen are estimated to about 21 billion of CFA franc. In 2015, amateurs and professionals of hunting are authorized from now on to kill wild animals in Burkina Faso just for a few months. The kickoff was given by Prime Minister Paul Kabatieba this week at Nadiago in the eastern region of Burkina Faso. Through this campaign, the government is aiming to promote internal tourism in Burkina Faso. The story is by Umar Zamre.
A rifle shot to announce the hunting season of 2017 to 2018. By this, Prime Minister is opening officially the season for hunters and any visitors. In this current season, the emphasis is put on the development of local tourism in the protected zones of the country.
500 chasseurs sportifs qui arrivent dans le pays chaque année. Et à peu près 5000 touristes visuels.
We have more than 500 recreational hunters and 5,000 tourists who visit our parks every year. It is a potential, a wealth that we have in our country, and we should take care of it. That is why, as government, we are working to clean up the sector and develop it for new ambitions, said Prime Minister Paul Kabatieba. Burkina Faso has 77 protected areas, of which 28 reserved for wildlife. The minister in charge of this sector calls all the stakeholders to get involved in protecting wildlife areas. Today, if we talk about tourism, it means that there is a potentiality that people want to see. So we must work together in synergy, the ministry in charge of the wildlife and the one in charge of tourism, to see how we're going to valorize and preserve the sector, said the minister in charge of environment. For the dealers, the challenge for them is now the fight against poachers, and for that, many young rangers have been trained to fight against poaching. Before the ceremony opening the hunting season, Prime Minister and his delegation visited the Red Buffalo camp. This camp was destroyed by protesters last April.
Mogonaba, the chief of multi-ethnic group, received the Macky Sall Award for Dialogue. It is a decision of the Research and Initiatives Independent Center for Dialogue to award Mogonaba for his involvement in peace founding following the crisis generated by the failed military coup of September 2015 in Burkina Faso. Dengue disease has been killing several people these last days in Burkina Faso. It is a new disease that people cannot diagnose easily for the time being, and pharmacists of Burkina Faso are trying to find ways and means to face it. A conference was organized this week in Ouagadougou by Agora Association and other health partners and stakeholders to fight efficiently this disease. I invite you to listen to the Agora Association president on the organization of this conference on the dengue disease.
Dengue disease is back in Burkina Faso, precisely in Ouagadougou, after 2013 and 2016. And in their health-seeking journey, when people suspect that they have dengue, they first go to pharmacy to look for treatment to relieve their symptoms. They even go to pharmacies to get tested. And the problem is all the data that is generated by these services that are provided in the pharmacies are not taken into account by the Ministry of Health. So there is a sort of fragmentation of the health system. And with that, the data from the national statistics may not reflect the true reality. So we are here this morning to take this opportunity for all the stakeholders, for the pharmacies, for the stakeholders from the Ministry of Health to discuss and find ways to collaborate and strengthen the collaboration between the two parties in the different efforts to combat dengue disease. In the end, we expect that we'll have recommendations that will be implemented to improve the surveillance of dengue disease in Burkina Faso.
The foundation of His Royal Highness Abzi Jigma, with the support of NG's Foundation, donated 2,000 solar table lamps to pupils of the Center-South region of Burkina Faso. These lamps aims at helping pupils living in rural areas lacking power being able to study during night times. The cost is about 30 million of CFA francs. More details with His Royal Highness Abzi Jigma on the signification of his donation.
Together with my partner, NG Foundation, so that I want to acknowledge here their really kindness that allows us to give 2,000 solar lanterns that will really empower the youth in the South Central region of Burkina Faso. As I said, so I'm from the countryside, so I'm an engineer by profession, and I designed it also to showcase that we at the bottom of the pyramid, we do have knowledge as well, that we can bring outside of the world, first help our communities at the local level, at the national level, and also bringing outside. For instance, the initiative Mama Lights for Sustainable Energy that I've initiated has been awarded by the United Nations at the General Assembly 2015 as one of the 14 breakthrough solutions achieving the SDGs. But I'm coming from this region. So it means that when you give the means to the students, to the people, they really can empower themselves. It's about empowering ourselves. And we cannot just sit and waiting for somebody from outside to come and help us. This doesn't exist. That's what I wanted to showcase to our youth, to our political leaders, that they must invest in education at the early stage. That also showcase and empower the local natural leaders. Like me, we are role models that those girls and boys, they can see in me that they can become. And even I encourage them and I told them that there will be 1 billion more than me. And it's in that way that they can help us. And also, between them, we have the next journalists who will replace you, the next engineers, the next MPs and presidents and ministers, because we are all counting on them. And that is very key and important.
Thank you for watching. Stay connected to Radio Television of Burkina Faso to enjoy your weekend. See you next time and take care. Merry Christmas to all Christians of the world and Burkina Faso.